Do your drawers look like ours? Messy? Are you a screwdriver nerd? Then we definitely need your help. Okay, plain and simple, we need your help. Or at least we want your help, and we want to know what you think. We have some assorted screwdrivers here, and first I want to know, does your screwdriver drawers look like ours when it's just kind of inundated with different brands, or do you stick to a specific brand? Or do you switch brands when it comes to different types of screwdrivers? So let's take a closer look at what we have. We'll identify kind of the different shapes and different aspects of different screwdrivers. And then I want to know some key things from you that you could leave in the comments if you would, please. So first we have some old school Craftsman here. This is their old kind of rubber grip. I think they called it their Pro back in the day. This is a Made in the USA Craftsman. Obviously this is an old Made in the USA Craftsman as well. This is the more kind of tried and true old Craftsman. You know, they would stink really bad when they sat in your toolbox. Well, this is those. They kind of turn almost a yellowish color rather than being clear. But they've been around the block for decades and decades and decades. So Made in the USA Craftsman, Made in the USA Craftsman with a rubber grip. And again, I think they called this their Pro version back in the day. Then we have some Sonic screwdrivers here. Sonic is mostly made in Germany and Taiwan. Really high quality tools. They do a great job on their tools. Their screwdriver is more of a tri-lobe design, very quality stuff. Got a rubber integrated grip along with some hard plastic as well, but they just feel really nice in the hand. And then magnetic tips on the Phillips heads and some of the standard head as well. Even got this in the 24-inch number 2 Phillips also. That comes in really, really handy sometimes. Crossing over to Gear Wrench here. Again, another tri-lobe design, so kind of three-sided, a little bit like the Sonic in that they're integrating some rubber overmolding in here, and even right here where you can comfortably grip this and it doesn't feel like you're going to slip. And then they even have the integrated bolster right here where you can actually put a wrench or a crescent wrench or some channel locks or pliers on to aid in, you know, turning fasteners. So those are types of things we want to know, do you like on these. These Gear Wrenches are a pretty comfortable screwdriver, I must say, especially for the price. And we skipped over the Max screwdrivers. This is another one we want to know, you know, are these some of the things you like? This is more of just a hard plastic. Even though it looks like rubber overmolding here, it's not. This is all just a, you know, dual color design, but it's all hard plastic. And then we get the chromoly shafts here, and again we get the bolster here where we can aid in putting on a wrench or a crescent wrench or pliers and aiding in turning that fastener. So those are the Max, and those carry throughout. The handles get a little smaller as you get smaller in the screwdriver, but a really nice looking screwdriver, but again very hard plastic, and some people like that hard plastic with no rubber overmolding. And here with the Milwaukee, we got a couple of different sets of Milwaukee. First, they have like a tri-lobe design as well. It has that same feel with some rubber overmolding in there and some hard plastic. And here's a hex shaft, not a round shaft. And we get the markings here on the end of the screwdriver. And here's a different type of a screwdriver that Milwaukee has. In fact, these are Made in the USA screwdrivers. Rubber overmolding in here, a really, you know, nice rubber grip, but more of just kind of a two-sided and more of just a cylindrical shape or a round shape, not so much any kind of lobes on there, but you do feel that rubber overmolding and you can grip that quite well. Have some knurling here in the shaft, magnetic tip on there as well, and this will be from that same family, but with a round shaft here, not a hex shaft, but that same type of grip. And then getting into the cheaper drivers, this is a PM, Popular Mechanics, so who knows what that came in. Tri-lobe design, very hard plastic, and probably doesn't mean much. Anyway, Husky screwdrivers from Home Depot. Do you like those? This one is sort of kind of like a tri-lobe, but more just kind of a cylindrical or round shape with some rubber overmolding. But again, comfortable, but square shaft. And then I believe hardened tips on these. And then this Husky is more of like kind of a pentalobe maybe, I don't know. So 5 sides, so not 6, not 3. So, very rubber-esque feel to it, so you can grip that quite well. And chromoly shaft on that with magnetic tip. And an old Stanley tri-lobe design as well, but more of just a complete hard plastic. And that kind of looks like an old Stanley as well, but no markings on that. But anyway, so my question to you is, what type of handles do you like? Do you like a tri-lobe design? Do you like a rubber overmold? Do you like it hard plastic? What are the things you like in a handle? As well as, do you want a magnetic tip? When it comes time to, grab that screw, do you want that tip to be magnetized, or do you not? So here in Milwaukee, it may be hard, but really not much of a magnet there. Husky has a little bit there. And then I believe this is an Irwin. So a little better there. So do you like that magnetic tip on your Phillips screwdrivers for grasping those screws and making them easy? Also, do you like the bolster there, or the hex there, so that you can grab that with a wrench? So give me your idea on what you think you like in a screwdriver, and maybe you like one specific line of screwdrivers. We would love to hear that as well. And then even when you get to a stubby, do you still like the same type of screwdrivers, or do you say, no, I switch to this brand, or I like to see this in my stubbies? Give me all that data that you can, if you don't mind. We would really love to kind of compile some of this information to find out really what people like in screwdrivers, because there's so many different options when you look out there, even in the Primo brands versus, the DIY brands or the lower level Pro Intro brands. There's just a vast difference and a huge disparity among the brands. So we really want to know, what do you like? And then, do you like these multi-use screwdrivers and multi-bit screwdrivers, your 12-in-1s, 13-in-1s, 48-in-1s, whatever, and do you cross to a different brand when it comes to those? And do you like a ratcheting screwdriver? This is an interesting one. This is the Roll Gear. Has basically a one-way bearing, so there's no ratcheting there, and really cool and smooth screwdriver. But what do you like in a ratcheting screwdriver? Do you even use one? Do you think they're junk? So give me any of that data. Even getting into your precision screwdrivers, do you then switch to kind of a precision kit like you see here with different bits? Or do you stick with your same brand of screwdrivers and just go into your smaller precision type screwdriver sizes? Or do you go to more of a motorized kit as well, where you can work on fine electronics or whatever, but you want to have some battery powered motorization in those as well. So we would love to hear your feedback on any of this, and even let us know if there's things you hate. You absolutely do not like to see this on a screwdriver, or you hate the feel of this certain screwdriver. Let us know all that data you can. We really appreciate your help. We really appreciate any feedback you can give us on screwdrivers, because it's such a broad topic and it's such a love or hate relationship usually. And the same brand that somebody absolutely loves, the next professional absolutely hates it. So we want to know those things. We're going to try to do something special for you. We don't want to say what that is yet, but if you could at least give us a comment on what your thoughts are on these, we'd really appreciate it. Have a great day. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and even TikTok. And if you don't mind, would you hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't done so already? And by all means, if you hated our video, well, give us a thumbs down. But would you let us know in the comments why? Keep smiling.